So, hi everyone, I'm Kunika Rathod, the CEO and the founder of Unknowns Agency. And as she told, I'm also a mentor, and I'm also a mental health advocate who helps people with their day to day basic mental issues. And I do that with my experience, whatever I have learned with my experience. Okay. So, but before doing all this, I was a professional dancer for 10 years. I know this is totally different from what I was doing, what I am doing today. And let me tell you, I was happy with what I was doing, following my passion, and everything was great. But if everything was great, then what made me shift from a passion like dance to a profession in marketing and technology industry? So there were two major reasons for this huge shift. First, my father, who was always afraid that dance is not a stable career, and the another thing that uh, log kya kahenge. And the second one is the opportunity that I got and I saw in the industry. I started my career as a software engineer without an engineering degree. Yes, I am a graduate with mathematics. And let me tell you, after dance, math is my second love. So, how I got the job? So, one day I was working on the website of the dance company that I worked for. And one of my knowns saw me working on that. And the person that also used to work for a company, that our person asked me, why don't you give some interviews? I said, I do not have any opportunity. And that person told me that it's happening in my company, go and try that. And I said no, because I was quite happy with what I was doing. I was very happy with the dance and I had no plans to change it anyway. But that person didn't stop until me. And that person went to my dad and told him about the interviews happening. And as you know, that my dad never liked me dancing, so he said, why don't you try for it? Why don't you go for it and at least give it a try? And I said, okay. A lot at that time, a lot of people in my family and a lot of people around me who were already engineers were not getting jobs. So I was like, how will I get the one? But I am also a person who never leaves any opportunity like that. So I prepared myself and gave the interview for my dad and the opportunity, of course. So, and I got selected. Now, I had to make a choice and a very difficult one. While I was making this difficult decision of leaving dance, a well settled career, and something I love and passionate about, and starting again from zero, I told myself two things. First, I'll give myself 6 months, and if it doesn't works out well and I'm not happy in that, I'll come back to dance. And I think 6 months is quite a good time to do anything and starting up again. And second one was, if I leave dance, I'm not going to do a 9 to 5 job all my life. And I will start my own organization once I learn everything that is required to do that. And it happened. And once I started the job, I also fall in love with what I was doing there. And I never looked back. But the question arises, why this industry? Why I chose marketing and advertisement and technology, I would say. So, what was the opportunity that made me take such a big decision, leaving that cushiony job and starting again from zero? So, I would say that everyone nowadays talks about future, right? So, everyone nowadays talks about future and trying to become a part of future before it actually arrives. And when we say and talk about future, we talk about technology, sustainability, or how to save the world. But we don't talk about marketing, and we hardly think about it either. And many of you will say that how marketing can help you in your future growth or for country's future growth. I mean, it is not solving a problem or not even saving the world. And I would say yes, it might not do that, but it is playing a major role to make all these two happen. No matter where you are sitting in the whole world, it bridges a gap between you and the future. It makes us aware about anything happening in the world, any product that people have developed, anything that is happening just through our phones. And now you will say that it happens because of the internet, not because of the marketing. And I would say that information is available on the internet, but marketing is making it reach to us, to the poor people, I would say, who actually needs it. How do you get the exact dress that you were searching about some other day? because that is the role that marketing plays, making the exact and right information reach to the people who really needs it and really wants to know about it. So I so if you so and if we talk about how marketing works, so marketing helps you find the career, the customers, the right people, and the medium as well. If I talk about, it makes you help with everything that is there, and we can do everything reaching to the right people either through the specifically traditional marketing ways that we have already, and it have worked so well in past few years that we know everything today we have on the internet. But now as we are talking about future, I would say that is our audience is going to buy the product just by looking at some hoarding while going through the road to their home or while scrolling through the social media feeds. Do you really like the ads between the videos that you are forced to watch? Or do you even take the notice of the ads while going through your social media? If I talk about past, yes, we might have bought few things as well just by looking through the ads. But if we talk about present or future, I don't think so, because customers have become so smart with the increasing use of smartphones. I would talk about, we all do our research before we put our money into anything, and we want brands now to educate us and help us to connect and interact with their product or services and develop a beautiful relationship with them that are long lasting one, I would say. And what do you call that? I would say experiential marketing. It is about creating a bridge between the customers and the brands and their product or services. And that's where the future of marketing lies. Experiential marketing, where brands are creating experiences for the customers before they actually buy their product. And how brands can do that? With a beautiful combination of technology and creativity, which is my niche, and here that's why I'm talking about it. And one more reason that I believe why experiences are important, because we never forget experiences. So okay, so to make you understand it a little bit much more clearer, I'll give you an example about it. So recently, Mumbai police did a campaign called the Punishing Signal. What it is? So what they did is they played with the seconds that you see next to the red light. So the more you honk, or should I say, the more noise you make, the number will keep on increasing, and you will stuck until it comes down to zero. And people were not aware about it, so they behave normally. They started honking to each other in frustration why people are not moving, until they realize they won't be able to leave until they keep on silence, and this number comes to zero. So they all went to quiet after realizing this, and the number came to zero, and they all left. And this campaign was to send a message about noise pollution. And it is another great example of experiential marketing, where the brand created the experience for the customers or the people around them. So, if I talk about numbers for the experiential marketing, global experiential marketing revenues were increased by 15.2% in 2020 to 71. If I talk about the amount, the money, the 71.32 billion were invested. Experiential marketing services to reach USD 15.3 billion by 2025. So if we are getting more investment, means there is going to be more jobs as well. More employment means more growth for us and the economy. So yeah, so yes, it is not solving a problem. Maybe you never realized that, but it is. So it is solving a problem, and it is also saving the world. It is going to put food on the table of a lot of people, and it is going to get name for the country as well, because it is going to help the country to grow economically. And I know it sounds interesting and exciting, but my journey towards making it possible was never. And my biggest obstacle was being new as a company, being a woman specifically, and with that being young. But here I am doing good now and growing every day. And I was able to come over these obstacles because of my experience that I got in the company I worked for, and with that, the great connections I made there while being employed at Hogart. And I know it sounds interesting and exciting, but my journey towards making it possible was never. And they have love for me and what they are doing for a living. I believe And another thing, I believe that being woman is a power in itself, but you need to find what you have that can turn it into a superpower. Be a people's person, treat your people like your family. I'm talking about your employees here. And if you have a good team, then you have a growing business, I believe. And one last thing I want to talk about is I am a result of opportunities that came my way, and I never regretted any of those difficult decisions that I made. And they made me reach here. And I have been a teacher, a dancer, a developer, designer, and now an entrepreneur, and ready for the next change or the opportunity that I'm going to get. So people also believe that you need to find one thing that you're going to love and you're going to do that one thing all your life. But I don't believe that, because everything starts with some interest. You have some interest in something, and then while making it happen, you fall in love with the journey, and through the journey that you make it happen. It doesn't stop, and it doesn't stops at one thing. It keeps on changing. When you were a kid, it was different. What you are today is different. When you are going to be in your 50s or 60s, then it is going to be a different every lifespan, and every time when you want something else. So work on what you want now and grow. Never bound yourself with the time and the age or anything that is there, and be smart enough to identify the opportunities around you that you get, and never let any opportunity go. And that's what I did, and it helped me grow so good that I'm here today and talking about those things with you. You have one life, and it is your responsibility to make it worth living. Do something about it and live every day. And that's all from my side, and have a good day.